Welcome to this assembly. I'm your servant of Yahweh, Soya, and I'm going to pick it up once again in Bere'Shiyth chapter 31, where last we left off in verse 21 of chapter 31. Yaakov had fled his uncle's house. He had taken his payment, his women, and all his wealth, all his earnings with him. And Lavan is not taking this very well, for lack of better words. So let's see what happens. And as we pick up this reading, the reading that we was blessed with of the Father in heaven, our only Father, whom all praises are deserved and all praises are worthy. In the name of his Son, Yahushua, give us ears to hear, eyes to see, and a heart to feel the plight of these people, our people, and let us be better. And with that, verse 22. And it was told Lavan on the third day that Yaakov was fled. Lavan found out on the third day of the week how long had they been gone. What day did they leave? Well, he found out. He was told on the third day. By my count, this is the second instance of an event occurring on the third day. In Scripture, the third day, as it's stated here, is the day that we refer to as Tuesday. All right. Now, if it say 3 days later, that's different. However, this, just like the previous verse, which I didn't write down where it occurred, but it did happen previously in Bere'Shiyth. But here it says on the third day, on the third day. So that day would be Tuesday. That day in that time period would account for sundown on what we call Monday. So Monday evening at sundown until sundown on Tuesday evening. So in this time period, the third day lied between what we call Monday and Tuesday, from sundown to sundown. So this is the second time that I have notated that the third day was referenced. So if you read Scripture, you know the reference, so I'll leave it at that. Verse 23. And he took his brethren with him and pursued after him 7 days' journey, and they overtook him in the Mount Gilead. Now, whatever the head start, Lavan's anger and all that had happened would not allow this transgression to go unavenged. Yaakov had his daughters and their sons. He had prospered in cattle and wealth at Lavan's expense, and now appears to have stolen his little head teraphim. They had likely been passed down to him from his father. This could not stand. You know, it was bad enough that now that Yaakov was gone, the blessings, the favor of Yahuwah will go with him. But now he appears to have stolen his little teraphim. Verse 24 and 25. And ELOHIYM came to Lavan the Aramean in a dream by night, and said unto him,
Take heed that you speak not to Yaakov either good or bad.
Then Lavan overtook Yaakov. Now Yaakov had pitched his tent in the mount, and Lavan with his brethren pitched in the Mount of Gilead. This was pretty interesting. This is a interesting predicament for Lavan. He recognized that in his dream that ELOHIYM was speaking to him. and that the Elohim told him, ordered him, commanded him, do not speak to Yaakov either good or bad. So, what do you say? Everything has to be neutral. You cannot be forceful. You cannot be overly nice. You got to be neutral in whatever it is you say according to these Elohim. So Vaughn had quite a predicament. How is he going to work this out? Now, also, I want to mention that it was 7 days journey that it took him to catch up. So that was about 10 days or so that Yaakov was ahead of him. But Yaakov had women, children, he had a lot of people with him, and his men servants and maid servants. There was a lot of people with Yaakov. So with Lavan only having his brothers, he was able to catch up with them. But it took 7 days. There's another mention of 7 days too. All right, verse 26. And Lavan said to Yaakov, what have you done that you have stolen away unawares to me and carried away my daughters as captive, taken with the sword? Now that was very dramatic and false. He and Yaakov are definitely kin. They get very dramatic when the kindness they show to others come back on them. Now, Lavan is likening his actions to that of a thief, somebody who stole when all that he had belonged to him. Lavan saying, you didn't tell me, so therefore you stole these things from me. And that wasn't true, but he was in his feelings. He was acting out emotionally. If you read my newsletter, you understand what that means. So if you don't understand, go back and read it. All right, verses 27 and 28. Wherefore did you flee away secretly and steal away from me and did not tell me, that I might have sent you away with mirth and with songs, with tabret and with harp, and have not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters? You have now done foolishly in so doing. Now Lavan is walking a thin line here. He's been told, he's been warned by Elohim not to speak neither good nor bad. He's walking a thin line here with what he's saying. He might also be over embellishing what he may have done, in sending him away, because he didn't want to send him away. But Yaakov was told by Elohim to leave. He was told by Yahuwah to leave. So Yaakov had to leave. And now Lavan is angry, but he can express that anger in but so many ways. All right, verse 29. This is still Lavan speaking. Verse 29. It is in the power of my hand to do you hurt, but the Elohim of your father spoke unto me yesternight, saying,
take heed that you speak not to Yaakov either good or bad.
Lavan was hurt deeply. His scheming backfired completely because Elohim were against him. Now he can't even seek vengeance for the warning of Yahuwah in a dream. This is really infuriating for him. He wants to kill him and take all he has, but he cannot. What's an old deceiver to do? What is he going to do? Verses 30 through 34. And now though you would needs be gone, because you sore long after your father's house, yet wherefore have you stolen after my Elohim? And Yaakov answered and said to Lavan, because I was afraid, for I said, perchance you would take by force after your daughters from me. With whomsoever you find after your Elohim, let him not live, before your brethren discern what is yours with me, and take it to you. For Yaakov knew not that Rachel had stolen them. And Lavan went into Yaakov's tent, and into Leah's tent, and into the two maidservants' tents, but he found them not. Then went he out of Leah's tent, and entered into Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the teraphim, and put them in the camel's furniture, and sat upon them. And Lavan searched all the tent, but found them not. Well, as it turns out, the fruit didn't fall far from the tree. Raquel, too, was quite the trickster. She sat upon the furniture, as they said, of the camels, and they weren't about to search her. So he was unaware of where his little idols were. And he's probably even more upset. He didn't find anything. All right, verse 35. And she said to her father, let it not displease my Lord that I cannot rise up before you, for the custom of women is upon me. And he searched, but found not the teraphim. Raquel was obviously more hurt and offended by her father's actions than was Leah. She acted out her feelings. Emotionally, she stole her father's personal things. Her emotions demanded retribution for her hurt feelings. She wanted him to hurt, or so appeared by her actions. She knew that those teraphim of his were rooted deep in him, and the loss of them would hurt him deeply. Consumed by emotion, she perpetrated this against her father in the knowledge that it would hurt him. Her intent was to hurt him by depriving him of something more dear to him than his two daughters. Even more, she kept up the lie by falsely claiming that she was in menstruation. She was in the way of women. How she worded that she was in the custom of women. Like I said, that's to say that she was on her period. And you can't search me, period. Pun intended. All right. Verses 36 through 39. And Yaakov was wroth and charged with Lavan. And Yaakov answered and said to Lavan, what is my transgression? What is my sin that you have so hotly pursued after me? Whereas you have searched all my stuff. What have you found of all your household stuff? Set it before my brethren and your brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both. This 20 years have I been with you. Your ewes and your she-goats have not cast their young, and the rams of your flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of beasts I brought not unto you. I bore the loss of it. Of my hand did you require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Yaakov is giving Lavan a tongue lashing, so to say. He's choosing his words wisely, but yet and still he's giving him a piece of his mind. He's letting him know, I'm not pleased with this. I did this and I did that, yet here you are accusing me. What have you found? Verse 40. Thus I was, in the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes. Sleep departed his eyes because of all those women needing his attention. All right. Verses 41 through 51. I'm trying to get through this, but, this is a lot. Thus have I been 20 years in your house. I served you 14 years for your two daughters and 6 years for your cattle, and you have changed my wages 10 times. Except the ELOHIYM of my father, the ELOHIYM of Abraham, and the fear of Yitzchak had been with me, surely you had sent me away now empty. ELOHIYM has seen my affliction, the labor of my hands, and rebuked you yesternight. And Lavan answered and said unto Yaakov, these daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle, and all that you see is mine. And what can I do this day unto these my daughters, or unto their children which they have borne? Now therefore come, let us cut a covenant, I and you, and let it be for a witness between me and you. And Yaakov took a stone and set it up for a pillar. And Yaakov said unto his brethren, gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, and they did eat there upon the heap. And Lavan called it Yager Sahudutha. But Yaakov called it Galed. And Lavan said, this heap is a witness between me and you this day. Therefore was the name of it called Galed. And Mizpah, for he said, Yahuwah watch between me and you when we are absent one from another. If you shall afflict my daughters, or if you shall take other women beside my daughters, no man is with us. See, ELOHIYM is witness betwixt me and you. And Lavan said to Yaakov, behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have cast betwixt me and you. All right, verse 52. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to you, and that you shall not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. Lavan was beside himself with murderous intent. He could not act for fear of ELOHIYM. He still claimed ownership over all that was rightfully Yaakov's. He was sore at having lost so much and being powerless to forcibly take it back. His only recourse was to threaten him harm if he ever returned to his lands. And if we ever return to these set of scriptures, it'll be in the book of Yasha, because now we're leaving. I'm closing this episode. I'll see you next time on this assembly. Until then, I'm your servant, Yahweh Sayah. Enjoy this good day.